This is RTV6 News at Noon, working for you.
The number of people dying from COVID-19 still on the rise, but Indiana is also looking ahead to rebound from the pandemic. And some people who have lost their jobs hope to get the relief in their bank accounts this week. We'll have team coverage of the ongoing pandemic coming up right here on the news at noon. But before we get to those top stories today, we gotta say hello to Todd Clausen, working from home right now. And Todd, you brought us some pretty good weather to kick off the work week.
Yeah, you know, Lauren, it's beautiful out there right now. I stepped outside for just a little bit in my backyard to enjoy the sunshine. And there's nothing but not a cloud in the sky and nothing but blue sky out there. And these temperatures are starting to warm nicely. You see, we're in the 50s now anywhere you go, with a 60-degree temperature now just appearing at the top of the hour in Bloomington. So we're going to continue to moderate these temperatures pretty quickly throughout the course of the afternoon hours, because we are going to keep the sunshine. That is the good news going forward. And here's a live look outside to the north, and you can see all that blue sky. Air is really dry as well, so visibility is not an issue. You don't have to worry about the humidity. To our west, you notice a few spotty showers near portions of the St. Louis area, but there's a front that's up to our north here in Minneapolis, and that front will bring some rain chances to the area late this evening. We're talking after sunset. So get outside this afternoon, early this evening, do whatever you want to do as temperatures climb up into the low to mid 60s. If you're out late after sunsets, which is around 8:30, there will be the chance of a few showers. We'll talk about those showers and look ahead to the rest of the week for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. New this midday, police in Columbus are investigating after a pedestrian was struck and killed by a semi-truck. Police were called around 7 this morning to a crash near U.S. Highway 31 and Shady Lane. They say the pedestrian was dead at the scene. The person's identity has not been released, and police tell us they're still trying to find out what led to this collision. Now to the latest numbers on the COVID-19 pandemic out just moments ago from the state health department. They show 7 new deaths reported in the department over the past 24 hours. That means 569 people in Indiana have died from the coronavirus since the pandemic began. We'll get much more information in the governor's daily briefing, and you can watch that at 2:30 this afternoon on RTV6 and also at theindychannel.com. Today, some of the Hoosiers who lost their jobs because of the coronavirus outbreak are finally starting to get some relief. Some Hoosiers received their first unemployment checks last Friday, while others will see theirs today or sometime this week. The Department of Workforce Development says their staff has been working around the clock to update their system so they can pay benefits to almost 450,000 Hoosiers who have applied for them.
Those payments are retroactive. That encompasses people who've already filed claims from March 28th or the week ending April 4th.
You can still apply for unemployment. You'll need an email address, a valid ID, information from your last employer, and your bank routing number. If you're looking for work right now, many companies all across central Indiana, they're still hiring even during the pandemic. We have all those job listings and much more information right now. Just go to hiringhoosiers.com. Well, it's been exactly 3 months since the first confirmed case of COVID-19 in the United States. Even though almost 41,000 people have died nationwide, ABC's Inez de la Cuetara says that some people are getting tired of the ongoing stay-at-home orders.
Over the weekend, fresh, mostly small-sized protests from Seattle to Denver and Wisconsin.
And we want to go back to work.
President Trump's re-election campaign actively pushing people to protest, and the president himself seeming to voice support for those growing increasingly frustrated with stay-at-home restrictions.
They've got cabin fever. They want to get back. They want their life back.
But health professionals exhausted from treating the sick, urging people to stay indoors.
A lot of people are dying, and we're trying our best. But for some reason, our best isn't good enough right now. Stay at home.
Today on Good Morning America, the nation's top infectious disease expert warning reopening the nation too quickly could backfire.
If you jump the gun and go into a situation where you have a big spike, you're going to set yourself back.
Health experts and governors agree the key here will be a massive ramp up in testing. A new report from Harvard University says the nation would need to administer 20 million tests a day to save safely reopen. President Trump now saying he will invoke the Defense Production Act, directing a company to increase the production of swabs needed to create more tests. But the president also insisting the buck stops with the states.
Governors wanted to have total control over the opening of their states, but now they want to have us, the federal government, do the testing. And again, testing is local.
Some governors firing back.
To try to push this off to say that the governors have plenty of testing and they should just get to work on testing, somehow we aren't doing our job, is just absolutely false.
Meanwhile, the Secret Service and Treasury Department releasing an image of what those stimulus checks will look like in an effort to help Americans and banking institutions avoid scams. President Trump's name appearing right there on the front.
And lawmakers are hinting they're now close to reaching a deal on a new emergency funding plan, bringing hundreds of billions of dollars to small businesses, their workers, and hospitals. Inez Deliquatera, ABC News, Washington.
Other groups are trying to help small businesses stay alive during this pandemic. Later today, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce will start taking applications for grants from its new Save Small Business Fund. The grants of up to $5,000 are available to businesses with no more than 20 employees in economically vulnerable communities. The application period opens at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and you can find out more information at the website that's on your screen. That is SaveSmallBusiness.com. As many people are struggling right now due to the economic hardships caused by the pandemic, one small college in Indiana is celebrating a big milestone for charitable giving. Franklin College's Give to Grizz campaign is a single day of giving where the college collects donations to support tuition assistance for students. The Grizzlies had their most successful Give to Grizz campaign to date, raising more than $247,000. That blows their $150,000 goal out of the water. Donations reflect a 50% increase compared to just last year. Go Grizz. Well, the pandemic and the stay-at-home order are impacting businesses, and that means that it's also impacting how much local governments are collecting in taxes. Up next, how that could impact services in your community. Todd.
And Lauren, it's a sunny and seasonal day here across central Indiana, but as you look at the graph behind me, the temperatures this entire week, they are going to be up and down. We'll detail the temperature swings that we'll see as we work our way here through the end of April. Coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast, the time now is 12:07. You're watching the news at noon right here on RTV6.
Listen to your heart. New ABC Tonight.
Welcome back. The exact impact of COVID-19 on Indiana's economy is still yet to be known. However, experts at Ball State are working to figure out what the virus could cost us on both the state and local government levels. Our Alyssa Donovan has more on those numbers and what it could mean for you.
A team at Ball State University has been working to determine how the lack in certain tax revenue streams will impact both state and local governments when we return to normal. They found that we could see a more than $200 million loss in tax revenue. According to Michael Hicks, the director of Ball State's Center for Business and Economic Research, that is an optimistic outlook. The team examined tax revenue streams that local and state governments depend on. Everything from bar and restaurant taxes, innkeepers taxes, and gaming taxes. With the closures currently in place, most of those taxes are coming in at very small percentages, which Hicks says will have the potential for long-term effects on us. While many taxpayers are at or near the property tax capacity, Hicks doesn't expect that to be impacted. But instead, these losses will show in the form of government services.
So it's really people cost. So, maybe the pool won't be open as late on weekdays during the summer. Maybe parks won't have the maintenance done on them. Maybe you won't see the upgrades over the summer, both this year and next year.
And one important note from Hicks, Indiana's state and local governments seem to have been better prepared for this situation than some other areas across the country, mainly due to larger rainy day funds. And Hicks says that puts us in a better position to recover. I'm Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thank you. Well, you might think it's a harmless Facebook post, but consumer experts say it could open you up to scammers. Next, some tips from the Better Business Bureau on how to keep a tribute to high school seniors from costing you money. And let's take a live look outside right now. This is our Weather Now camera downtown. View to the west. You can see those blue, sunny, clear skies out there over central Indiana. Todd Clausen has our full forecast when we come back right here on the News at Noon. Stick around.
Sticking together while staying apart.
Welcome back. You may be among the many joining in on that social media movement to post a picture of yourself from your senior year of high school. It was promoted as a way to support this year's class of 2020 that's missing out on much of their senior year. But as Tim Maniscalco, the Better Business Bureau, tells us, posting that picture could expose some of your information to criminals.
The scammers are very, very good at piecing together bits of information from different sources and then using that against you to either maybe hack into an account or to make a scam sound much more personalized. You know, a lot of people might use their high school name as a security question in some of the security sorts of things that they have to get into an account, let's say your bank account or some other account. So you just want to be very, very careful that you don't make it easier for the scammers to find out about you. Once again, there's lots of information about all of us out there. If you were to Google yourself, you'd be surprised at how much information you can get. The scammers are just very, very good at piecing a piece of information from here, a piece of information from there. All of a sudden, they know quite a bit about you. They can go in and they can try some of those things, and they might get lucky and hack into an account or perpetrate a scam on you that sounds very real, very personal. So just be careful of those types of things. Also, when you're answering those Facebook quizzes, a lot of times those have personal information. So you just want to be very careful because scammers also mine those types of things. So, you know, a lot of this is innocent. It seems like a great thing to do. We certainly want to support those kids who are going to miss their graduation this year, but don't make it easier for the scammers.
Tim, thank you so much. You can find more tips on avoiding scams related to the coronavirus pandemic right now at the Better Business Bureau's website. That is bbb.org.
Thanks, Harper. You're my new favorite artist. I can't wait to frame it and put it up in my office. You're a love. Thank you, honey.
Well, Indiana's health commissioner has become more prominent since she's featured every day in the governor's coronavirus briefings. And today she sent a thank you for this picture of Dr. Box as a superhero. The picture was sent to her by Harper Close. She's a student at Eden Elementary School out in Hancock County. It's a pretty good drawing there. All right, we need to get a check of our forecast right now. The kids, they may be doing their e-learning right now, Todd, and maybe they could get outside for a little recess break. It's a pretty nice day out there.
You know, it's a really beautiful day, especially after last week that was so chilly. And then we kind of moderated the temperatures a little bit, Lauren, over the course of the weekend. But look where we stand already at the noon hour with all that blue sky, 55 degrees right now in Indianapolis as well as Kokomo. Bloomington currently sitting at 60 degrees. And we'll take these temperatures a couple degrees warmer here throughout the afternoon hours. In fact, the city should get up to right around 64 degrees, close to 70 in southern locations. And a temperature to the north, even in Peru and Muncie, right around 62 degrees. So get out there and enjoy the sunshine. Remember the sunscreen as well. My forehead got a little red yesterday. It was a good reminder for myself to tell you to put on the sunscreen if you're going to be out and about for an extended period of time. You see two things on our satellite radar picture here. There's some spotty showers across parts of western Illinois. These are going to dive down to the south, so you really don't have to worry about those. But there's also a cold front up to our north from Minneapolis back to Bismarck, and this is going to drop to the south pretty quickly throughout the course of the evening hours. And as it does, it's going to bring some minor rain chances to the forecast. We're only looking at about a 10 to 20% coverage of these showers as they move in. And almost all of them will be from sunset, which is at 8:30 onward throughout the remainder of the evening and then eventually into the overnight hours. So don't let the mention of rain in this forecast deter you from doing anything this afternoon or this evening. It's still still a great night to grill out. If that's on the plans with you and your family in the backyard, you will be just fine. The showers will come in very, very spotty, and I'll show you on TrueCast. They're very light. If you see one, probably consider yourself unlucky because most of us probably won't see the showers. The better chance will be actually overnight when that front fully pushes through the area. But it's a quick moving front, so that will put us right back into the sunshine come the day tomorrow. It's just going to be a lot cooler. Not so much in the morning. These temperatures aren't all that bad in the 30s and 40s. The problem is we're just not going to warm throughout the day tomorrow, and that's because the winds will be a little gusty up to about 20 miles per hour, and they're out of the northwest, and that's going to keep the temperatures from warming up into the 60s like they normally would today. Tomorrow we're only in the low 50s. The good news, though, it's just a one-day deal. We're back up to 65 on Wednesday with plenty of sunshine, and then things will start to get a little unsettled by the end of the week. Thursday and Friday, Lauren, and then into Saturday we'll have some scattered showers around. The good news is while the showers arrive, it'll still be fairly mild with temperatures that'll be anywhere from about 60 to 65 degrees. So enjoy today. Tomorrow sunny, a little cooler. Wednesday's probably the best day of the week before that rain arrives. Lauren?
All right, we'll take it, Todd. Thank you so much. RTV6 is putting the focus on businesses that are still open during this pandemic through our We're Open Indy initiative. Our Troy Washington spoke with a florist who would normally be really busy during this time of year. She's showing us why community support is so important during these tough times.
Lisa Slammer's love for all things floral has blossomed over the years.
Started working at Gilbert's when I was in high school. I bought the shop in 2004.
For more than a decade now, she's owned Gilbert's Flower Shop, brightening people's days with floral arrangements, no matter the occasion.
It's kind of become my passion. I, love beautiful flowers and floral design, and just kind of that's a part of me.
She admits, though, COVID-19 has slowed the flow of business.
It has certainly taken, its toll on us. We've, had some pretty slow days, and I've tried to do what I can. I am taking deliveries, and we've had a few people come in for pickup orders.
She's even offering curbside service so people can pick up their orders while social distancing.
I hope to think we do everything we can to make our customers happy, and personalized service is certainly something we do. I work every day. I'm there, hands-on.
Even with the modifications, Slimmer says business is not the same as it usually would be during this season. During the springtime, she has Easter, Mother's Day, and even prom to typically look forward to.
This season is prom season, and unfortunately, none of the kids get to do that. I don't think anybody's seen this in their lifetime, something like this.
Though the COVID-19 pandemic has changed how things are done, this florist wants to remind customers she's open and here for them, ready to meet all floral needs. Working for you, Troy Washington, RTV6.
Troy, thank you. RTV6 and the Indy Chamber of Commerce have joined together as we work to protect Indiana businesses. You can find out more about the Chamber's Buy Indy effort on our website, theindychannel.com/open, and discover more businesses that are open to serve you. There you'll also find stores in our We're Open Indy series. Stick around. We'll be right back after this short break.
Keller and Keller.
Well, we are still without live sports because of the ongoing stay-at-home orders, and that means some people have been making up their own sports at home. One of the made-up sports has made one little animal the star of what's turned into his own made-up series. We give you American Hedgehog Warrior.
Again, she comes face to face with her old nemesis, Pool Noodle Mountain. Not even a hesitation, she takes it straight up the gut. Some hogs might avoid the slippery black tape because there's no grip, but Pepper seems to embrace it. And that look of determination on her face as she reaches the top of the mountain and can see the finish is so inspiring, Bob. And just like that, she's at the final launch platform before hitting the super-duper slide to victory. How will she launch this time? And let's see, there she goes, folks. Very little hesitation and the gracefulness of a swan from any angle you watch it. Great job, as always, Pepper. Way to go, little lady.
Well, Pepper has now successfully completed 3 Hedgehog Warrior courses designed by her owner, Mike Cannizzaro. That's pretty good, Todd. Hey, we'll take anything. Any live action we can get these days, right?
Right, exactly. I think a lot of people looking forward to some sports at the end of the week with the NFL draft as well, even though that's going to be virtual as well. How about this? Get outside today, tomorrow and Wednesday. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures, as you see, kind of up and down. 64 today, a little cooler and breezy tomorrow, but up to 65 Wednesday before rain returns, Lauren, on Thursday.
All right, Todd, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us and making RTV6 your choice for news. We hope you come back and join us for the news at 5. Have a great Monday.